Hi, everybody. Well, I want to bring you this cautionary tale, shall we say, about the way airlines are wording things to try and get out of paying compensation to passengers that they owe compensation to. So, if you look at airline regulations and things like that, there's a certain timeline that if your flight is canceled and delayed over a certain period of time, you're owed some sort of compensation, up to $1,200 and more in some cases. So I'm going to take an example here from Air Canada, my local airline, which I fly almost everywhere I go. I fly Air Canada because I want to accumulate points to save money and earn your air miles, all that kind of stuff. Plus, it's our national carrier here in Canada, and I love their service. To be honest, I like flying on Air Canada. I have good flights on there. The staff is always wonderful. So this is nothing against any pilots, any stewardesses, any people working at the front desk, anything like that. Ticket holders, anything. This is on a company policy. And what's going on right now, and this is not just Air Canada, it's a lot of airlines, is that they're miswording what they call safety. And here's the example. Now, safety is supposed to be for things like weather or political uprise or unrest in a country, for instance. Something along those lines. That is safety involved, right? If you can't fly through a hurricane, you're not going to fly through tornadoes. That's safety. And what they're now doing is they're now saying that their staff shortages are related to COVID for safety, which means that's why that they're canceling so many flights and so many delays on all their flights because of staffing issues only because of COVID. Safety. And everyone automatically, when somebody says COVID, they automatically think in their heads safety. So when Air Canada or any airline sends you out a message or an email saying that your claim has been declined because of staff shortages, because of COVID-19 staffing shortages, safety, you automatically go there. But, even the federal agency doesn't agree with that at all. They're just saying, wait a minute, the Canadian Transport Agency or the CTA is going, no, anything that's within the airline's control is not, safety. And they control staffing. They didn't need to bring on as many flights as they did all at once if they didn't have the staff to cover the flights. They didn't have to schedule 15 flights a day from Montreal to Toronto. Instead, they could have scheduled 10 flights that day, and they would have had enough crew. You see where that comes in. That it is within their control. They didn't all of a sudden have no staff. Customers picked up. They didn't have enough staff because they had laid off so many employees and they couldn't get them back. That's within the company's purview. They're the ones who laid people off. It wasn't for safety reasons. There's no unsafe sitting in an office someplace by yourself or sitting in an empty airport with no luggage to move because no one's flying. You're just as safe there as you are at home. That's not a safety issue. The safety issue is not COVID related and staffing. So they've been trying to word it like that, hoping that people won't dispute the claim and go for it. But this has now been an actual memo sent out from Air Canada to their employees to deny because of safety and staffing issues, which the federal government here in Canada says, no, that's not right. That's not the proper wording. That's not the letter of the law. You guys are lying to the customers. Now, what the FDA is going to do about it, FTA, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything from the tourist minister out there. He seems to be gone in the wind on vacation, I guess, for the summer, because he's not saying anything about ArriveCan. He's not saying anything about testing requirements for cruise ships. He's not saying anything about vaccine requirements for travel. He's not saying anything about easing restrictions on for the border economies to get more people in. He's not there saying anything. Air Canada still makes you wear masks on their airplanes, where everybody in North America flying here isn't wearing one on the other planes. United, you're not wearing a plane. American Airlines, you're not wearing a mask, etc. All coming into Canada. Only Air Canada passengers have to wear the mask. So again, tourism minister is gone in the wind. He knows the airline is skirting their responsibility, so they don't have to pay compensation to mitigate their expenses. They're hoping people won't dispute it. But here's my tip. If you're on an airline and they say you're not owed any compensation, even though you know you should be, and they cite staffing issues as safety issues, just know that the government themselves say, no, that is not a safety issue. You are definitely misleading your clients. And quite frankly, that's not right.